Hi guys, it's LSP. It's currently Wednesday the 9th of January. I just want to do a follow-up on the videos from the weekend look ahead all the way up to this point. Obviously there's a progression of videos, so just follow the dates and you'll see how price action has been kind of unfolding. So as you can see, the dollar index is grinded to 95, which is what we expected. I discussed this over the weekend, and I'll just say this now. Sorry, I've got a really croaky throat. I'll say this now. It doesn't mean I'm clever, and I'm not trying to be a smart ass. It's just basic price action. And when you have that weekend look ahead, and you do your analysis over the weekend, you mark your levels, you know what you're expecting, it gives you so much more confidence to wait. It gives you patience. And if it doesn't go in the intended direction or it doesn't move in a way that you're expecting, then you just don't do anything, and you can kind of flip your bias or change your views and so on and so on, and it's a dynamic process. So we've challenged this 95.15 to 95 big figure. We've just kind of popped through that now. We maintain this level 95.70. I was saying that I wouldn't really want it to go past that point. And you can see we had a small up day yesterday, inside day, and then some follow through, some expansion today. I am expecting a little bit of resistance, a little bit of support here, as I said, in this level of price action. But having now gone through this, I'm going to see what happens later when the market closes, the daily candle finishes, see what price action is saying at that point, and then obviously we'll take it from there. If we close strong like this and below the 95, then I would expect that this low is going to be swept. We filled in the inefficiency here, so that's not an issue anymore. I would expect this low to get swept and challenge this 94.50 level, 94.45 to 94.50 level. Don't really need to go off the daily chart. Everything's lined up nicely. We can see what we want to see off the daily. So that's the dollar. Euro-wise, I'll have to go to the 4 hour to show you, but for now, just quickly show you the daily. You can see we had a really nice day today. Yesterday's price action was nothing more than just accumulation, and then we've had a really nice pop today, cleared out the liquidity here and here, and I imagine now, as I marked off previously, we're probably going to end up going for this inefficiency up here and bumping up against this, this green up candle here. So what I'm going to do, just going to mark off a price level. This is 115.65, but I'd rather get that a little bit more. I think it's Control F. Yeah. So the low end of the inefficiency is 115.50. So 115.50 is a nice level, and I would expect that we're going to be driving towards that level. I'll just drop down to the 4 hours and show you. So we've come through this, so we don't need this anymore. And I was saying, I've got the relatively equal highs up here. I've got a high up here. We've cleared out all that that liquidity, but we're still quite strong. I'd like to see price stay where it's at, finish nice. Nice strong day today, and then the close and the mean. So these two levels here are the levels that I'm going to be watching on the way back down now. So 114.85 to 114.65. This is a nice, for me personally now, based on everything that I'm seeing so far, this is going to be a nice buy level. And if it does it before it reaches the inefficiency up here, then great. We've got about 100. If we come back down to the top end at 114.85, we're going to have roughly around about 65 pips to play with in terms of range, so there's definitely going to be a trade there. In terms of today's price action, you can see we've pretty much been going sideways all day. This is a really nice, beautiful giveaway. To be honest, there's a lot of stuff that I want to go into and go over, but I don't want to give too much away. I want to kind of, go through a progressive, daily video, if I can manage it, so you guys can see price action unfolding each day. and then I'll slowly start to incorporate different things. But just to give you a rough idea of what I'm talking about, you can see, what my eye goes to. We had a really nice move. We respected this level that we've marked off. Okay, we had a really nice move on Monday. We came down. This very interesting price action here. We had a pop up, came down, cleared out the liquidity here, grinds up, grinds up, grinds up, grinds up, grinds up, hits the previous high, sideways, 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 get a pop through it, but then as it starts to go lower, 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 it clears out all the liquidity below the Asian range, okay, excuse me, all the liquidity below the Asian range here, okay, and then it slowly starts to kind of grind higher, that candle right there, that 15-minute candle, and then the next pop, okay, I personally, okay, wouldn't take that trade, okay, but there's a trade there, right there, this up candle, okay, you can take an entry off that up candle, and you can see the how can I explain it? You can see the micro price sensitivity. I'll say it like that, right there, okay. And over time, through experience, your eye goes to these things, but obviously, as price action is unfolding live, it's completely different. Obviously, it's not anybody can look at a chart and kind of pick things off, but as price is moving, okay, it's dynamic, it's moving, your emotions are going, you've got money on the line, or you might potentially be looking to open a trade. Things are different. It's not the same. It's not the same as just looking at static price action, something that's already happened. So, but there's price sensitivity right there, and this would have been a perfect long. I personally prefer to take shorts, as I've said before. 90% to 95% of the trades that I take are shorts, but that was definitely a beautiful, beautiful entry. And if I just get the crosshair up, I'll just show you roughly. We've had almost 55 pips already. So there's a really nice trade there. Stop run plus 10 to 15 pip sweep. You've got your 20 to 35 pip trade there. So that's the euro. Okay, and like I said, I'm going to be expecting, or I'm going to be wanting to see price coming back up into these levels. For now, I'm going to leave the equal lows on down here. Okay, but it does look like we're going to continue expanding to the upside. There is a lot of inefficiency up here, but we'll get to that as we start to grind higher if it continues and we get some weekly and monthly expansion. But we'll see. So that's the euro. Just pop over to cable. Cable, as you can see, pretty much the same yesterday. What's interesting now is that this level here, this 127.30 level, was respected, but it was respected by overshooting. Okay, and I don't really like to see this. I've found over the years that when you're taking a short, if you look at longs and you look at shorts and you take the exact same entry, okay, but obviously, the mirror image of that, I don't know, mirror image, like if you take the exact technical setup that you normally take on a short, and you flip it and take it as a long, exactly the same, just literally turn the chart upside down, all the conditions are exactly the same, but just the opposite, for the long side. I've found personally, right, that there is a higher level of price sensitivity at levels when you're going short as opposed to when you're going long. And another way of saying that is that the market tends to not overshoot as much when it's going down as it does when it's going up. It's just something I've noticed. I need to verify it, obviously, through lots of trades, because I don't take that many long trades to verify it properly, but that's just something that I've noticed and something that I'm going to be keeping a track of as time goes by. So cable-wise, like I said, 128.30 to 128.35. You saw it, guys. I can't make this stuff up. I've had this on my charts, over the weekend. We've been progressively doing the videos. I've been progressively doing the videos, from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I can't change what I see. You guys can't change. I can't change the videos. So all good. Pop over to the 4 hour, and you can see liquidity here above daily, the daily high. There's a little bit of liquidity up here, and very tiny, very, very, very tiny inefficiency right there. So I am expecting this 128.30 to get tagged. A little bit of a trickier entry in terms of taking a long, but it's very tight. It's very, very tight. It's literally right here. I'm not going to take this today. I'm actually going to let this week finish, and then I'm going to get back into get back into my trade unless I see something absolutely perfect and I'm comfortable taking it. But I just want this week to finish, and a little bit more volume come back into the market. I want the market to stabilize just a little bit more before I commit any live funds to the market. And obviously I've just said live funds, but don't, this is not trade advice. I'm just sharing my ideas and thoughts for educational purposes. So I would expect some price sensitivity here, and being as I've just popped it on my chart, what I'll do is I'll just put that's actually wrong, sorry guys, one sec. I'm going to need the box anyway, so it's supposed to be close. Okay, hey, there we go. Yeah, it's because the price is hitting it, that's why you can't see it, but that's what I'm waiting to see. We should see some price sensitivity. Let's go for blue. I do like my blues and purples. Okay, we should see some price sensitivity at this level. We are within it, okay, but it's quite tight. What I'd like to see as a study is price come through this, take out this high, leave this intact, and I'm trying to get a bit perfect in, in terms of what I want to see, but I'd like to see price pop up, come back down, maybe overshoot slightly, but stay within this range, and then get a nice little lift off that. And in terms of the range that we have to play with, if we take the bottom end, let's just take the top end actually from where we are. It's about 50 pips, so yeah, it's a perfect trade. In terms of range, we pop through this, we're gonna spike, I think, get the extra 15 pips. So there's about 50 pips there. A nice 20 to 30 pip trade. If we just pop down to the 15-minute chart, okay, you can see again, this is the shit that happens. Okay, very tight Asian range. Nice pop outside of that Asian range, comes lower. Okay, takes out the liquidity below, capitalizes this move, this candle down here, and then slowly starts to grind higher. But there's a lot of traders who have been going short here, a lot of traders, and they've literally just been stopped out. So, having a higher time frame bias. Really think about what I'm going to say now, guys. I had everything marked up on the daily chart, okay, over the weekend. Okay, I posted that video, you guys saw it, and I was saying 128.30, but I was going to take my time, I'm not in a rush, so on and so on. But my higher draw, the higher time frame draw on price for me personally was 128.30 to 128.35. Okay, I cannot change that, but because I have that in mind, yeah, and I know what I'm looking for, when you see things like this, okay, it doesn't make me want to go short here. Yeah, I don't think, oh, you know what, it's completely reversed the move and now it's going to go lower. This doesn't make me want to go short, because the higher time frame always has more weight than the lower time frames, and I trust the higher time frames a lot more. This is just noise within a higher time frame bias, basically. So these are really important things to know, and to kind of factor into your trading. It's very important to trust the higher time frames. 15 minutes can get very noisy, very wacky, even the 1 hour sometimes, but the weekly and the daily, they do take time to form, and as long as you know which direction you should be going for, then you should be okay. And then just to solidify that point one more time, you can see that we overshot here, like I said, on this lower low, while the euro was making a higher high, and then we reversed that move completely. So any longs that they accumulated down here, they're going to be offloading where? Imbalances, inefficiencies, higher, basically. Okay, so when you see these down candles, or you see these inherent moves on the 15-minute chart that look a little bit crazy, or the noise, you can kind of filter that out and say, look, you know what, the higher time frame bias is still, bullish in this case, or higher. I'll say higher, I don't really like saying bullish or bearish. All right, guys, so that's the analysis. We'll keep it going throughout the week. I hope I can get another video done tomorrow. I'll try my best, but if not, it will be later in the evening. And what else? And that's it. Yeah, that's it. So I hope the video finds you well. As always, guys, you can see my email address on the screen. I'm still in the process of getting people together, for the trading room. I'm getting a lot of interest, and I'm just slowly filtering my way through the emails and speaking to the people that are inquiring, and getting a good feel for where people stand and what they're looking to do. And then I'll give you more information as we go. All right, and obviously any questions about the videos that I'm sending, the analysis that I'm doing, you're more than welcome to send me an email, and I'll do my best to help out. Alright guys, take care. LSP out.